Hello everyone, and thank you so much for being with us for another valuable video. This week I will talk more about the situation because it's very uncertain situation, and some of you contacted me and asked me if you should sell your house or not, and sell and buy another house. Well, I cannot make a decision for you. However, I can give you a bunch of information so you can make an informed decision for yourself. Just, I want to confirm that none of my words or my slides is legal, financial, or consulting advice. If I have agency relationship with you, I can give you consulting advice and I can be your agent. I can consult you and give you more specific information about your house and in the neighborhood you live. And if you want to buy another house, sell that one and buy another house, I can give you advice. I can give you market analysis, and that's going to be a different story. Here, I give you information from the years before, and by the way, many of these informations came from our annual family reunion at Keller Williams. We have annual family reunion usually in February, or always in February, and this information, many of them came from that family reunion, and it's from a couple weeks ago. That at that time Russia just about to invade Ukraine, but the invasion was not actual at that time. So these statistics that I'm going to share with you, these numbers I'm going to share with you, is about like February 20th. It was like February 19 to 22, we had this family reunion. Okay. Home price, as you know, it's rising from several years before. After the crash of 2008, probably a couple years later, it started to rise, and you see the number. And the yellow line, which is very important, this is the average home price that it should go up like every year, about 4%. We were behind for a few years, but we were like after a few years, the home price was parallel to the average line, to the yellow line. However, last year was jumped. It was a big jump. Year to year, we had those kind of rising the home price. However, 2021 was phenomenal because the home price was up to 17%, which it should be about 4% historically. Okay, and in 2022 maybe it will slow down a little bit. However, this is only prediction, this is only estimate. As I mentioned, we are in a very uncertain situation, and we really don't know what will happen. So based on these statistics from the years before and the situation we are in, you can make an informed decision for yourself. This is the same slide in a different scale, different trends, which shows that we had negative home price. It was, instead of rising, it was actually decreasing, diminishing for a few years after the crash of 2008. However, last year, when you pay attention and compare it with just before the crash, you see some similarity. I don't say the crash will happen again. Don't take it that way. However, there are some similarity, and we need to be careful, especially with the situation we have right now and inflation. So because whenever we have inflation, the government governs the finance of our country and do some correction. I'll show you some slides later about that. Okay, and you see the inflation right here, which historically our expectation is about 2% a year. However, it doesn't happen exactly 2%. It can be higher or lower. When it goes high, the inflation is higher, the government intervene and raise the interest rate and use some other mechanism to bring down the inflation. And it's very hard actually to keep it around 2%. The only time that it was almost about 2%, not exactly, excuse me, it was from 2016 to 2019. This is not about like a specific administration we have in power, we have in White House. However, just want to mention about that period of time, but any government, regardless if Republican or Democrat, can make some corrections, and usually, or most of the time actually, that correction, it doesn't go exactly right to 2%, and that correction will be different, very high or very low, okay? Or to some degrees higher and lower than that 2%. But the purpose, the aim, the goal is aiming toward the 2%. Now you see that the inflation was 7% last year. What will happen this year? We don't know yet. However, we see some correction is coming, and you have here that Federal Reserve actually adjusted the interest rate a few times this year, including last week, that they made some adjustment. So the interest rate is in rise this year to correct the inflation. However, it affects your ability or your affordability to buy a house or change your house, sell your house and buy another one. And usually you get a mortgage loan, and you need to pay attention to what is happening now, what might happen in next several months of this year. The mortgage rate still is low. The last year, the end of the year mortgage rate was about 2.96, and right now actually is about 3.99 if I'm not mistaken. Okay, the historic mortgage rate from 90s, the green dotted line, was about 5% or 5.6, something like that. And from 72, if you pay attention, it was about 7% or higher than 7%, but right now is low. So there is possibility or like probability actually to go higher than even what we have right now. So just pay attention to that. And this is another trend to show the mortgage rate is in rise. So pay attention to that, okay? The inflation, if you pay attention to inflation in some items, some necessary items that we need, for example, in car, gas, and house. The green one, the green line, are the numbers that it was in 1989, and we adjusted for inflation about 2% up to last year, to 2021. For example, the price of car from 15,000, I'm gonna round up like all the numbers to make it easier. From 15,000, it should be around 35,000, but we had it for 46,000. So the inflation was higher than what we expected, and the actual percentage of price rise was about 30% higher than 89, and gas 56% higher, and the house almost 59% higher. However, it's very important to pay attention to the rate of mortgage that is decreased. Actually, it was diminished. So for example, if you had an average house in 89 for 94,000, your mortgage payment, the monthly payment, was $825. With adjusted rate for inflation in 2021, your house supposedly to be worth $218,000, and your mortgage, it's supposedly to be $1,915. However, you had an average house. This is nationwide. This is not only Colorado. This is nationwide. In Colorado, in many states, we have different stories, especially in Colorado and some other states, we have different stories. The house price actually is about twice of what we see on the screen. But this is nationwide. The average home price you have, it's about, let's say, $350,000, okay? And the mortgage you are paying is $1,400 or about $1,500 if you round it up, instead of $1,900, even if your home price was $218,000. So what does it mean? It means because the mortgage rate, the interest rate, is lower than it should be, our affordability, people's affordability is higher than before, higher than what it should be. Okay, so I hope you got it and you can actually stop this video and go through the numbers and interpret it for yourself. And the wage, the average wage, is higher than what it should be, even with adjusted inflation rate. So just pay attention to these numbers and make your decision. Many people, they say the first-time home buyers are not able to buy a house. Actually, this is not true. Still, last year in 2021, we had 34% of the houses were bought by first-time home buyers. So still, it's high. I want to mention briefly about a few numbers, not everything, but a few numbers in Colorado. This is for Colorado. This is from RE Colorado website, the website that the agents, we are using it to list your home. When you sell your house, be listed on this website plus other websites, but this is the main thing for Colorado, the MLS website for Colorado. And this feeds actually other websites also. So I want you to pay attention to price decrease, the green bar, the lime green bar, like the fifth one, I think, yeah, the fifth bar, which is 187 decreased price. And the other thing I want you to pay attention is the withdrawn homes, 86. This is in 1 week period. And the other thing is the expired homes in 7 days, 234, for varieties of reasons. However, I want you to pay serious attention to these, that even in this hot market, even the inventory is low compared to demand. If your house is not really prepared, like a showcase that I'm going to show you some slides on that, and if it's really overpriced, you are not able to sell it, and you will not be able to sell it. Okay, so it sits on the market for a long time, and finally you have to decrease the price or withdraw it, or it's gonna get expired. I don't mean like every number you see here is because of that. We have different varieties. Maybe somebody changed his mind or their mind to just withdraw the house from the market. Maybe something happened family-wise or whatever. This is for different varieties of reason. However, it's very important to prepare your home for sale like a showcase and price it right. Even in this hot market, if you don't go through the process correctly, if your agent is not helping you correctly, unfortunately, your house, even in this market, can stay on the market for a long time, and it may expire, or you have to withdraw, or you have to decrease the price. This is the price reduction. After price reduction in that 7 period of time, 7 days period. And what you see, most likely after the decreased price, some of them were under contract. The orange ones are under contract, they are pending, and the green ones are active. Okay, and this one is the withdrawn homes from the market, and this is the expired ones. Okay, so just wanted to show you that when you sell your house, make sure you talk to your agent and make sure that you are not stubborn and listen to your agent. If your agent is guiding you correctly, and most agents, they do. However, some home sellers, some homeowners, they are very stubborn and they think whatever building, whatever house, they put it on the market in any condition, for any price, they can sell it. That is not true. Okay, just want to make sure that you pay attention to this. And from this slide, I show you how to sell your house for top dollar. First of all, prepare the mindset of you and your family. This is very, very important to have that mindset, and find your why you're selling your house. What's the purpose of that? What's your goal? What do you want to do? What's the next step? Go through that. Consult us. We will help you out. Especially, I'm a coach and speaker on personal development, the mindset, and leadership. So I can help you out there. And by the way, my clients, not everyone, but my clients, when we have deal on real estate, they can have access to some of my coaching programs recorded. And besides that, I do this mindset coaching through the process of selling your house or buying a new home. Okay, prepare your house like a showcase. I mentioned before, this is very important. If it's not like a showcase, it's not prepared, even in this hot market, you may not be able to sell it for the price you want, or a good price, I should say. Curb appeal, the exterior is very important, because the first impression, it could be the last also. Do the repairs. My suggestion is actually, before listing your house, before putting your house on the market, hire an inspector or inspection company to inspect your house and make sure that everything is good. If not, repair it. Listen to those people and repair it before those problems or issues found on the buyer's inspection, because at that time you lose the power of negotiation. And you may say, okay, I'm not directly negotiating. Yes, but your agent loses the power of negotiation. Okay, so it's very important to go through this process. If there is something that paint, chips, or something like that, and your house needs some touch up, do it. And declutter, depersonalize, and minimize. This is very important. Some houses, they are really cluttered, and people are not interested simply in that house. So declutter your house and depersonalize. What do I mean by this? Take off everything is personalized. Your pictures, your hobbies, that is really personalized to you. For example, some people are hunter and they put like a deer horn or something like that on the wall. You don't know who's coming to your house to buy your house. Okay, so depersonalize. Just make it neutral. Put some good views like mountains, oceans, seas, I don't know, forests, flowers, arts, neutral arts, not like some art that is specific to a maybe a specific group or religion, or like a very specific to something, okay? Just good art, neutral arts, those are very important to do it, and minimize to the essential items that you need to live for those few weeks that you put your house on the market and you close it, okay? Stage your house. This is very important. I stage every single house I sell, except if the seller is very stubborn and they don't want to spend a few hundred or a few $1,000s, and actually the gain is much more than what you invest in staging and professional photography. I'll show you some slides just right after this to see the difference, okay? Keep it clean and organized, and as I said, minimize it, and have a pleasant smell. Depends on the season. Have pleasant smell in your home. For example, in the winter, smell of cookies is very good. In spring and summer, during the warm season, fresh smell is very good. And have a light music, maybe with a nice picture on your video. If you have a channel that provides this, leave it on and have this light, pleasant music with a pleasant picture on your TV. And make your home as bright as possible. Open all the curtains and blinds and make it as bright as possible during days. During night, you can do whatever you want with your home, but when people are seeing your house, it's better actually to make it as bright as possible. In some areas that you don't have window and it doesn't get a good light, or is a cloudy day, just turn all the lights on. Even like during sunny days, it's better to turn the lights on. In some areas actually maybe don't get that much light. Put some water bottles and chocolates and maybe cookies on your countertop. This means that you care about those people who wanna come and see your house and potentially buy your house. So this is very important. They may not eat the cookie or chocolate or drink the water. Rarely it happens. However, it shows that you care about them. It shows that those people are important to you, okay? And some people, they say, oh, Dylan, maybe you're selling the luxury houses and nice houses. That's why it's easy for you to say. However, this is not true. I deal with many people from different ages, different classes, from very young to senior citizens. I deal with them. I sell their houses. I buy them houses. So I deal with many people in different and variety of classes and ages. This gentleman, he's gonna talk to you in a little bit, but let me show that what some people say, that because I sell many big houses and luxury houses and nice houses, that's why it's easy for me to say, okay, go ahead stage and do the professional photography and such and such. This is a townhouse actually, and I sold this townhouse after the previous agent couldn't sell it for 6 weeks, okay? And look at the pictures and you judge the process that I went through and judge me based on this, at least this townhouse. See what happened. So those pictures on the left side before is what was happened before I took over and I put this house on the market, okay? And look at this living room and another view from the same living room, and the dining area and the kitchen, and another view of that kitchen and the bedroom and the bathroom, and even the exterior, the outside. Do you see the difference? And now you know why I sold this house in just a few days. I put it under contract for a higher price, okay? And this is Tom that gives this message for you to hear it.
Yes, Dylan, we just closed on my property And Delon did a fantastic job. I couldn't be more happier with Delon, the way he handled everything from the paperwork to the staging and the closing of my property. I am totally satisfied the way Delon completed this selling job. Thank you very much, Delon.
All right, so you hear this. So it's not only about the luxury and nice houses that I sell or my teammates sell from D Group, but it's about the process we go through and how we consult our clients and what we do to sell the house for top dollar possible. Many of you probably you know by now that I am sponsoring orphanages around the world, specifically besides other orphanages, specifically orphanages in Kurdistan, north of Iraq, and Nepal. The businesses you give me and the referral you send my way helps me to help more orphans around the world. And by the way, this is not only my help, this is your help too, because you are helping me to get more business, and in result, I help more orphans. And this is good for community, for the society, and the positive energy you put out, it comes back to you. Okay, just wanted to share this with you also. And either you can type executivehowmanoffice.com on your browser or scan this QR code, and you see a yellow highlighted, it says QR code Pro, and then when you click on that, it goes to my website, and then you can go to resources page and see the other videos and resources from vendors that you need probably their service also. We don't have any financial connection or relationship or affiliation with those vendors. However, it's very good actually to have these vendors on your side, and when you need their services, then you can have access to them. Thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead, share this video, like it, and subscribe to our channel, and share it with your family members, with your coworkers, with your friends, and people in your community. That will help us to get more referral, and refer us personally, refer us to your family members, friends, coworkers, people in your community, and have them to call me, or with their permission, send me their information, their cell phone number or home phone number, or the email address, so I can contact them and I help them, or one of my teammates can help them. Thank you so much again for watching. I hope this helps you to make an informed decision to make up your mind and sell your house if you're thinking of that, and buy a new home and relax in your new home. Thank you again, and see you on the next video. I appreciate your time.